Organized yesterday by the United Committee Palel at Palel 𝐂𝐲𝐻𝐻, Mairapaibi Takhilamam Shanta recounted the horror of the day. She said, on the fateful morning of 8th September, Kuki terrorists opened fire on Meitei villages. Hearing the gunshots, Meitei women holding Indian flags ran towards the gate of Assam Rifles asking for protection. Instead of offering protection, these Assam Rifle personnel broke the Indian flags, trashed the women who came seeking help, added Takhilamam Shanta.
Palenda laiba 26 ARC kutakta lauthopiyo manipur gi lauthopagi matakta palen sidana kwaitagi han lauthopiyo je ai thamjage yamna khoi je ware asuki mate hainga leitre khoi sidena wa bai bo khoi plug khoi khakta sidore hauji khoi thabak chatpa ngamdre moina check tawna handana hospital chatpada pung khai ma pung ma changne mi du chibna lani asi manipur gi mapi mapa obachina athupa matamda ARC amtang lauthopiyo ai khoi lan thengnariba kuki duri kidre Assam Rifle na khoi kire manipur gi mapi mapa chief minister laidiba MLA mantri mandor mayam jina imphal da paw lawraga kamain tawri kamdaure haiba adu khak matana mafam jida thengnariba lan pham jida laaga kari kamain tawon haibu yamna hanganinge yengina ninge akhoi bo adom infoga laibuduri akhoi tawhaninde.
Taking part in the press meet, convener of United Committee Palel, 𝐿𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸 said, Palel is the last valley village located in the southern part and very closely situated amongst Kuki villages. People were aware that the ethnic class would reach Palel someday, and hence Meiteis of Palel haven't spent their nights at their homes for over 4 months now guarding the villages. With the 4 to 5 licensed guns available and with the support of state force, the village was being protected all this while. 𝐿𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸 said after the war on the 8th of this month, people of Palel have suffered immensely and sought help from the public.
Tampak lamdamda lairiba Meitei furubsingi manungda kha maigaida aroiboina nongpok thonga aga laijariba akogi Meitei gi furubsida Assam Rifle gi miot binai tumna halage haibagi thawong chatarakpasida ngasi bawda koi Manipur laingangna kari yenglaga laibiriba no seng na tholiba thawdok sigi matungda ngasi bawda mafam sida Manipur lainga ki oiba miut ama bawa laga ngasi bawda kari tawri kari sari kari thakli koi gi praja miyam kangaung na raga koi lan pham sida lan gi China nanglaba asiguma misam miyam sigi awabada ngasi bawda thokiba thawdoki ngasi humni marini chala bawba sida laima gi miwa emata udaba se koi amna nungai jade koi gi minister sing MLA sing kuding mana so ba pham sida lakpira kan lan pham sida thenari ba awa ana amadi miyam gi khudong chadaba singase kudakta aikoi yengbifam thokbune haiba semaga koi thamjage kona pamjari base misam hatpa misam da nongmai thaba live round kaukhiba Assam Rifle gi mathakta koi kudakta sarkar na makoi da koi judicial inquiry tawrakanda makoi kudakta ge koi makoi gi kano gi lokhokadabani dugo loinena Manipur gi laimai ge Assam Rifle se koi kudakta ge sarkar amadi India laingak na atuba matam da lokhokhigadabani haiba semaga akan demand ku tawjari.
CCIAN Forum Peace Committee has extended monetary assistance to distressed Meiteis in 𝐶𝐞 district's Palel area who were affected by guns and bombs attack of Kuki militants on September 8th. Members of CCIAN Forum Peace Committee handed over the monetary help to members of United Committee Palel at a simple event held at the Office of Social Development Organization Palel, located at Palel 𝐂𝐲𝐻𝐻𝐸. Speaking on the occasion, convener of the Peace Committee, 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸 said that the committee extended the help to alleviate the hardship facing the Meiteis at Palel, bordering Kuki villages to the south. 𝐶𝐸𝐻 further said the government is urging Meiteis to maintain peace and remain indoors. But if the Meiteis remain silent and keep enduring the war waged by the Kuki militants, the Meitei community will soon perish, he maintained, adding that the verse, if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also, is no longer pertinent. Stating that unarmed villagers of Palel are guarding the village day and night while the mothers are facing the atrocities of the Assam Rifles. 𝐶𝐸𝐻 on behalf of CCIAN Forum Peace Committee appealed to the valley people to extend help to people of Palel in this time of need and suffering.
Laingak na hai lan hoganu mapan thokanu irang hoganu Kuki na lan horolga ngasi akhoi tumin hanna leiba tarabadi Meitei furwasi mutkiba tabani karigumba hojiki matam sida akhoi na thaina gi ꯁꯥꯟꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯂꯣꯟꯗ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯊꯪꯕ ꯈꯖꯥꯏꯗ ꯈꯨꯄꯥꯡ ꯊꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯌꯦ ꯊꯪꯕ ꯈꯖꯥꯏꯗꯁꯨ ꯈꯨꯄꯥꯡ ꯊꯥꯜꯂꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯁꯥꯟꯇꯤ ꯄꯣꯔꯛꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯝ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅ ꯂꯧꯏ ꯈꯟꯅꯕ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯂꯕꯗꯤ ꯎꯁꯤꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯄꯥꯡꯅ ꯅꯦꯠꯈꯥꯏꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯕꯨ ꯑꯃꯣꯟꯅ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯈꯟꯅꯕ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯇꯅꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯔꯥ ꯇꯝꯕꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯇꯤ ꯄꯣꯔꯛꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯆꯞ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ ꯄꯔꯥꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯥꯖꯖꯩ ꯏꯆꯤꯜ ꯏꯅꯥꯎꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯥꯟꯗꯥꯔꯛꯂꯦ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯛꯂꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯂꯥꯟ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯜꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯍꯌꯦꯡꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯊꯦꯡꯂꯒꯅꯤ ꯃꯗꯨꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯂꯥꯟ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯥꯟꯖꯗꯕ ꯃꯩꯇꯩꯗ ꯑꯔꯥꯟꯕ ꯇꯥꯍꯟꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯡꯌꯥ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯃꯁꯨ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯅꯧꯍꯧꯅ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ.
Convener of United Committee Palel Morangthem Jiban expressed gratitude to CCI and Forum Peace Committee for the kind gesture.
Hauji koi lamdam sida kuki amadi maitai ani gi marakta thoiba pamdaba koi lan sida koi manipur gi kha mai ge de leiriba koi maitai singna iroi loina khondariba dugumba palel hariba mpham sida so asigumba lanpham koi lanbung si thokraba matungda koi tongan ba manipur gi mafam kudimak koi laibiriba maitai cha phurup kudimangna koi maitai bu nungsibiba palen bu nungsibiba kudimangna koi lamdam sida leiriba miyam gi damakta koi awana koi hangbiba lakpagi saruk amoina Sisian Forum na lakpiduna lana sita thengnariba awaba nungaitaba kari chari kari thagli to haiba kuding maksing asigi awaba saruk yabi boina makhoi gi site ge koi angamba mateng thambibagi da United Committee palal gi maikai dagi Sisian Forum buso koi ngangkoi litena thagachaba phongdok chari.
President of Manipuri People's Front Yangkom Upendra has stated that a 6-member team of Manipuri People's Front and Meitei Imalop Guwahati are now able to assist various relief camps set up to house internally displaced persons who are seeking shelter due to the war carried out by Kuki narco terrorists since May 3rd. Yangkom Upendra said Manipuri People's Front is the only Meitei organization in Guwahati. The 6-member team arrived at Imphal to extend help to those taking shelter at relief camps. Meiteis living outside Manipur haven't been in peace since the beginning of war carried out by Kuki terrorists who entered the state illegally. Upendra also assured of extending help to inmates in the future as well. He also stated that the Chief Minister has assured them of finding a solution to the current crisis at the earliest.
Mapandati netse adum leibanina aikoi tumnate yamna thamoi kaiba sinivia mayamdo aikoi mathang phone taunaraga aikoi keidosige haidana yamna hena thamoi kaiba dudi manipurda leiba kanglisa singda fil tawriba tumak mapanda leiba aikoi su fil tawi adumak na sumaram waraga manipurgi lanthinariba chin inausing koding makta Songari balansi mai pak ka bajati haiba message sima thamjaraga han bagi boina masida attention jage.
5 Gram Panchayat United Committee has appealed to the public to not carry out chit fund business, collection of interests and all other forms of loan collections under the jurisdiction of the 5 Gram Panchayats at Khongampat. Pradhan of Khongampat Gram Panchayat Yangkom Mohindro said these forms of businesses need to stop for a while due to the immense pain suffered by the people owing to the ethnic clash that hit the state on May the 3rd. Mohindro warned of actions if people do not adhere to their appeal.
Leiriba miyamna wabachiki maramda hujiki thogdok haibadi marup sendoi komba amadi loan chingba sendoi na chingba marup tobagi thokliba lan asi lodi pawadi haiba sendoi marup na chingba tobidanawa gram panchayat mangagi mission haijari amadi masida karigumba tawram tolabadi masam sagi da thoigidabni haiba pamsi gram panchayat United Committee na miyamda khamanjari.
Irate people of 𝐶𝐖𝐒 area today locked National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology NILIT, a central institute located at 𝐶𝐼𝐻 Khitrileka Akampat today. A woman protester said the people resorted to locking up the central institute in protest against the partisan attitude of the Assam Rifles. their atrocities towards the Meitei civilians to the extent of open firing live rounds, I beg your pardon, on Meitei mob. She maintained that the institute will remain closed until the Assam Rifles are withdrawn from Manipur. Search operations were conducted by security forces in the fringe and vulnerable areas of Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Kaching, Bishnupur and Churchanpur districts during the last 24 hours between September 10th and 11th. According to report from Manipur Police Control Room, 9 arms, 2 pompis, 10 ammunition, 8 rubber bullet cartridges and 3 explosives were recovered from Churchanpur, Imphal East and Thoubal districts during the search. One Meitei woman was rescued from Kangpokpi district by CSO along with the Manipur police and security forces and handed safely to Bishnupur district authorities, the report said. Movement of 491 vehicles carrying essential items along National Highway 37 Jiribam Imphal Road was ensured. Strict security measures were taken up in all vulnerable locations and security convoy was provided along sensitive stretches in order to ensure free and safe movement of the vehicles. A total of 130 checkpoints were installed in different districts of Manipur, both in the hills and the valley, and police detained 1,624 persons in connection with violations in different districts of the state, the report added. Irabot Celebration Committee Manipur and CPI Kashamthong Local Council will jointly observe the 97th birth anniversary of Biplabi Thokchom Bira on September 15th at Kasham Lekai Community Hall. Chairman of State Control Commission Langol Iboyaima, member of Central Commission Dr. M. Nara, State Secretary L. Sotin Kumar and former Councillor T.H. Bhanu will grace the observance as Presidium members. And in some unfortunate news, Heli Leithangbam, a well-known model from Manipur, who was crowned Mr. International 2015 held in Singapore, has passed away due to heart attack today. Heli, who hails from Haubam Marak in Imphal West, is a well-known face in India's fashion circuit. He participated in Gladrag's Manhunt contest in 2009 and won the second runners-up title in Mr. Pune contest in 2010. He was also the owner of Heli Bistro, a fast food corner, and also the co-founder and director of Miss Manipur organization. Kuki People's Alliance has stated that it accepts and supports the decision of the Kuki chiefs and civil societies of Kangpokpi district to refrain from display of black flags and from wearing black attire on the solemn occasion of the Sahanit Ni, the long observed Kuki's Black Day on September 13th, and to instead observe the coming day as a prayer day for peace. In a press release, Kuki People's Alliance further said that it is a gesture to bury the hatchet and to bury the past. It is a positive move for future peace and development and a reach out to the Naga community. Kuki People's Alliance also appealed for an all Manipur tribal unity towards the call for a separate administration. The World 𝐶𝐞𝐲 Intellectual Council has appealed to all concerned to use Indian national flag Tiranga in all parts of the territory inhabited by 𝐶𝐞𝐲 people. In a press release, the council mentioned that this is due to frequent advice by concerned government authority for security reasons. And in some national news, Union Minister and former Army Chief General V.K. Singh has claimed that Pakistan-occupied Kashmir POK would merge with India soon on its own. POK will merge with India on its own. Wait for some time, the Union Minister for State said while responding to a query in a press conference in Dausa regarding demands of Shia Muslims in POK seeking opening of border crossing with India. The minister was addressing the press conference in Dausa during a Parivartan Sankalp Yatra PSY program of the BJP. The Union Minister also spoke about the success of the recently concluded G20 summit under India's presidency. He said that the grandeur of the summit has given India a unique identity on the world stage, and the country has proved its mettle in the world. On the question about the BJP's chief minister's face in the state for the upcoming assembly elections, V.K. Singh said that the BJP does not declare the chief minister's face wherever elections are held, but contests election only on the charisma of the Prime Minister. The cost of diesel cars may rise after Minister of Road Transport and Highways of India, Nitin Gadkari, proposed a 10% GST hike today while speaking at a convention in New Delhi. Warning car manufacturers, the union minister said that it would become difficult to sell diesel vehicles after the tax increase. The minister said the additional 10% tax will be levied for pollution and is expected to submit this proposal to the finance minister today. The move is being seen as a push to limit the number of diesel vehicles and in turn facilitate the introduction of more electric vehicles on Indian roads. After Gadkari's comments, Tata Motors, Mahindra and Ashok Leyland's shares fell between 2.5% and 4%. The Nagaland Assembly on Monday opposed the proposed Uniform Civil Code UCC and implementation of the Forest Conservation Amendment Act and sought protection under the 16-point agreement and Article 371A. NPF MLA Kuzolo Nino said Nagas have special protection under Article 371A and therefore there was a need to discuss the UCC and Forest Conservation Amendment Act, Article 371. Rio suggested that the House can pass a resolution appealing to the centre to totally exempt Nagaland from the purview of UCC and Forest Conservation Amendment Act. And some international news. Authorities in eastern Libya said at least 2,000 people were killed and thousands more were missing after a massive flood ripped through the city of Derna following a heavy storm and rain. Ahmad Mismari, the spokesperson for the Libyan National Army LNA that controls eastern Libya, said in a televised news conference that the disaster came after dams above Derna had collapsed, sweeping whole neighborhoods with their residents into the sea. Mismari put the number of missing at 5,000 to 6,000. He said 7 members of the LNA had also died in the flood. A militant group from Canada issued another threat call to India today to shut down the Indian embassy in Ottawa and call back the High Commissioner Sanjay Kumar Verma. The call came 2 days after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's meeting with his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi. The call comes at a time when Trudeau is still in India after his 36-year-old Airbus plane developed a snag. The Canadian Prime Minister, who came to India for the G20 Leaders Summit, had a subdued presence at the event. He wasn't even present at the official G20 gala dinner, according to the Canadian media. The militant group that issued the threat said Prime Minister Modi-led government is responsible for Trudeau's disrespect. As per the government sources, this is the second threat in the last 48 hours. The group said Prime Minister Modi should call his ambassador back, otherwise he would face consequences. Now proves whatever we claim is absolutely right. All terror calls are originated from Canada and for this leadership is responsible, they said. And before we wrap up, here are the headlines once again. South Asian Football Federation Under-16 champion players of Manipur accorded warm welcome at Bir Tikendrajit International Airport. Three Kuki militants killed in gunfight near Kadangban between Ireng and Kharam Waife villages. And government's attention drawn to Palel residents' hardship, deployment of IRB battalion at Palel demanded. And that is all we have at this hour, but for more news updates, keep watching Northeast Window TV.